The lands around Geraldton in our Midwest are a produce powerhouse. Renowned for grain, it's also emerging as a fresh produce mecca. Predominantly tomatoes and cucumbers, it's the ideal climate for these guys to thrive. A great farming success story in the Midwest is this place. Four Ways Fresh use modern farming techniques to produce an impressive volume of great West Australian produce. A 25-year-old family company with a proud Vietnamese heritage, Four Ways Fresh produces, picks, packs and sells some of the best produce grown in Australia. These guys really are at the forefront of modern farming. One of the key features of Four Ways Fresh is their 15 hectares of greenhouse, which they are hoping to double in the coming years. So Kingsley, Four Ways Fresh has been around for a while now. Why the move to Geraldton?
It was a pretty easy move in the end for us. The owners of Four Ways have been buying fruit from this region for 20 years. And so when we were looking to expand our fruit growing areas, it was just logical that we came to Geraldton. The yield rates out of Geraldton were second to none. The climatic conditions are almost perfect. It was a logical place for us to come.
Fantastic. So greenhouse farming is obviously the way of the future. Tell me a little bit what the benefits you see from greenhouse farming.
Well, I guess it's been around for quite a while now, and I think it's only going to get bigger because it does obviously enable you to control the climate to some extent. As far as the plants are concerned, it gives you that additional heat that you can't get by growing out in the open. It controls your pests to a certain extent, so it's an ideal way to grow, particularly on a large scale.
And now, 15 hectares of greenhouse. That is quite a serious amount. It must produce a huge volume.
Well, we average about 2.5 million continental cucumbers a year off of this block, and around about 300,000 Lebanese cucumbers we pull off of this block on any given year. And our intention is to, over the next 2 to 5 years, we'll double the size of the place.
Wow, 30 hectares.
Yeah, thereabouts, which will give us total self-sufficiency as far as cucumbers are concerned moving forward.
Fantastic. That's a great investment to the region. So in addition to your modern farming practices, I know you also do a fair amount of training.
We're looking at bringing some students in from Vietnam this year. These students have all finished their degrees. The Vietnam government are really pushing to try and improve their horticultural practices, and we've taken the step this year to offer these students an opportunity to come here and study what our practices are and hopefully take those back to Vietnam and improve the quality of their practices back over their home.
Four Ways Fresh have really found a great way to farm the state's best fresh produce in a challenging, arid environment. With 200,000 plants producing 2.3 million cucumbers annually, all while using 80% rainwater, this really is an impressive operation. Four Ways Fresh prides itself in producing safe, fresh produce for the Australian market, all here in the Midwest.